God bless everyone. I'm not going to drag on this video too long, but just gonna talk for a minute. Talk about some things that I'm thinking about as we wait for our day of redemption, as we wait for the rapture, because I assume that most people who come onto this channel are those who believe in the rapture. So I'm talking to that audience, but also just whoever happens to take a look at this video as well. So in my view, and I made my mind up about this a long time, I won't doubt a Christian's sincerity in the faith. I mean, for one, it's God's domain anyway. We can give all sorts of appearances, throw the veil on, say what we're doing or what our motivations for things are, like if they're altruistic or if they're really from the heart. But only God knows the heart. Humans, we look at the outside. We may have a glimpse into a person's motivation, but we don't truly know, right? But I say that to say, there are a lot of people who just dogmatically say, for those who believe in the rapture, they are blaspheming, or they somehow are fake Christians because they believe in an event, right? It's not a heaven or hell discussion, and in my opinion, you believing in the rapture or not, it's a matter of interpretation and your current understanding of the scriptures. You can get a revelation at any point in your walk with God, right? So anyhow, I believe that it's a pre-tribulation rapture. I believe that God has confirmed that to me personally, as also my interpretation of reading through the scriptures, as also looking at the multitude of examples and type and shadows in both the Old and both the Old and New Testament. Specifically the Old Testament I'm talking about, Sodom and Gomorrah, Enoch, Noah's Ark. I mean, all of those things, right? And there are many more. So my take on that is, regardless of when the rapture takes place, I want to use every day to do something for God, to do something to progress the kingdom, to do soul winning, to talk to people and see where they are in their walk with God, or just in their walk in general in life that may lead them to God. I mean, it's like, well, what else are you doing with your time if not trying to fulfill the Great Commission, spreading the gospel? You're not going to be able to talk to everyone, obviously. Some will be recipient and some won't be. But it's our job to plant the seed and rely on God to give the increase. So that's what I try to do. And regardless of where a person's belief on the subject of the rapture falls, I'm not using that as a measuring stick, if you will, to say if they're really in the faith or not. Again, God's domain. He knows if we're truly legitimate and genuine about our faith or not. So that's what I have to say about that. The second thing I want to talk about is actually just a quick story. As an example. So I was at Walgreens, and there's this guy, guy who works there, the cashier. He's a cashier, I guess. And he always has this kind of optimistic attitude every time I come into the office, or not the office, to the store, to take a look at what I need to get for myself or so. I may not grab any something every time, but I might actually just see what they have on sale. So sometimes I go and buy stuff, sometimes I may not actually go and buy anything, or it may not be for me. Anyhow, make the long story short, or short story shorter, we usually have a little small talk, a little small exchange when I come in and out the store. And yesterday we had a really small but significant talk, and I actually am ashamed of myself that I didn't take it a little bit further. So we had a conversation. We were just kind of talking about the state of what's going on in the world, war, inflation, the supply chain being disrupted, and all of that type of stuff. And normally he has a really bubbly attitude, but I can see clearly, and it was kind of confirmed with some of the things he was saying. It was just really glib, really gloomy, really I don't want to say pessimistic. Maybe it was pessimistic, but it just wasn't a hopeful statement that he made in regards to those things. Like, oh well, like it's almost like he accepted it, but he was really depressed about it. And I wish I would have taken that opportunity right then and there to take that conversation further and give him the hope in Jesus Christ, but I didn't. And so that's kind of my question right now, for you as an audience, for anyone who catches this video, is are you taking every opportunity you can to point people to Jesus? Like, you might be taking 9 out of 10 shots, right? You may be rejected 9 out of 10 times, but it's that one that you might miss. Could also be that one that could have been one extra person, one extra soul guided to Jesus, right? So that's my question, and just something I was pondering about. And I plan on, because I do normally go there fairly often, I plan on the next time I see him, which could be today, I'll probably do an update on it if I do get a chance to see him and talk to him again. But I plan on going back and mentioning that to him. Like, yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world right now, but where are you putting your faith in? And we'll go from there. So just a question I want to share, just something I wanted to talk about concerning the rapture and the placement and the belief and the faith, and just an encouragement for anyone who's listening to just do what you can, regardless of where the rapture takes place, when it takes place. I will feel a whole lot better with that, or anything that happened before. I mean, we could transition from here any time. But I want to feel better about using every opportunity I could to point people to Jesus. So that's what I wanted to come on here and say today. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. You guys have a good one. Stay safe, stay blessed, and let's just keep on spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. All right, have a good one.